Hey everybody, I wanted to provide a brief overview of how to get started in the class, realizing that for some, this may be the first class you have taken in this type of format. Maybe you're a new online learner, or maybe you're a new college student. So either way, I just wanted to go over this to hopefully help provide a better guide. So the first thing you're going to want to do is we have got an option down here to do a system check. So you're welcome to use your own device for this. If you're using a Macintosh device, please be aware that this will work. The menus will look slightly different in Office, and everything will be mostly the same until we get to Microsoft Access. A Macintosh does not run Microsoft Access. So if you're in that category, reach out to your instructor and we'll provide some options for you. So this system check will just ensure you've got the correct browser. All your software locally is good to go so that you can work in the class. The next thing you're going to want to have for this class is you're going to need Office 365 installed on your device. Here's all the information in Canvas on how to get that. Please know this is entirely free to you as a JCCC student. And even if you have an older version of Access or of Office, be sure you install this version because otherwise you will have trouble making sense of the class. So it does need to be Office 365. As you can see, we've provided info for the help desk at JCCC. Do not hesitate to reach out to them for support. You can either visit them in person if you are in the Rainier Center. They're on the second floor, just to the left off the elevators. They'd be happy to help you face to face. Or you can also reach out to them via phone or the web or email, and they have a number of different ways they can connect with you to help. So don't be shy about reaching out for help. That's what they're there for, and they're really good at supporting our students. Next up, you need to create an account with Cengage. You'll do that at this link. So when you visit that link, just go out there, create an account, and please be sure you use your JCCC mail address to do this. This will help ensure that it's easy to track you and that everything connects well within the course. So next, I'm going to scroll down and actually launch the training module so you can see what this looks like and get a better understanding of how to proceed. So the first thing I need to do is give Canvas this click. So this takes me into the Cengage content. And now you'll see what happens is as this screen loads, the first thing it's going to pop up is the option for me to do another system check. You only need to do this once unless you change something on your device. It's also worth mentioning that if you're on a computer on the JCCC campus in one of our labs, we've already ensured that all the correct software is configured. So you don't need to do a system check. So I'm going to go ahead and launch into the training. And when I do this, you'll see that up here at the top, I did this once before, so I'm going to go back to task one. It will tell me how many tasks I need to complete. So for this training, there are 61 tasks. And then right here, you'll see that we have three options: observe, practice, and apply. If I click on observe and then click play, it's simply going to show me a video of how to do a task. All I do is watch and listen. When I go to practice, it will tell me what to do, but then I actually have to engage in the click. So as you can see,
when you want to start working in a document that does not contain any content, create a new blank document. Click the File tab on the ribbon.
So as you can see, it tells me exactly what to do. It highlights where to click. Next up is apply. If you have a working knowledge of some of these concepts, you are welcome to skip the observe, to skip the practice, and go directly to apply. And this is not all or nothing. So for maybe the first 15 tasks, you're great going directly to apply. Maybe as you get into the more complicated tasks, you need to step back and use observe and practice. That's completely acceptable. So as you can see with apply, all it tells me is I need to create a new blank document. So I have to know that in order to do that, I go to the file menu, I select new, and I say, I double clicked there, so it told me I was wrong. So it gives me a chance to do it again. So I'll do a single click, and there it says I've completed the task correctly. It now goes to task 2. Once I'm finished with that, I simply click submit. I need to complete all 61 tasks. After I do that, it will upload my score to Canvas automatically. All the training modules will function in the same way. So the flow will look just the same. It will just be different concepts. So now I'm going to go back and I want to show you what the projects look like that you will complete. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for Project Word Project 1, which is right here. I click on this. Once again, I'm going to go out to a new window. And with this one, as it loads my screen, it's also going to show that I have the option to complete some other checks as well. So in addition to the SAM check, it will also do a check to be sure my machine has the correct version of Office installed. I'd encourage you to do this just to be sure. And then it also has a link here that will show you some common mistakes that students make. So if you submit this, I'll show you how to do that shortly, and you get counted off for something, here's a great place to come review and maybe pick up some tips. So I'm going to say start. And what this is going to look like is I have two files here that I'm going to use. One is an instructional file, and the other is a file that I will use to start this activity. So as you can see, it's specific to the person with an underscore and the number 1. So I'm going to download both of these, and I'll open my instruction file. And then I'm also going to go back and I'm going to open the actual assignment start file, which is right here. And if I go back to my instructions, you will see that the first thing it tells me to do is save the file with a different name. And the difference is I put an underscore 2 on that. So if I go back to the file right here, I'm going to say file, save as, and then I'm going to come to the very end. And I'm going to change this to the number 2. I'm going to put this to my desktop so I know where it's at. Always use a consistent place. I would recommend creating a folder. So a better way to do this would be create a folder for the class. So I'm going to make a folder for the class. And one other thing you might want to do is as you progress through this, you might want to create more folders as we start to evolve. So I'm going to save this here. And is what I will do is I will be flipping back and forth between these two documents, and it will be telling me what to do. Okay, so it will be telling me all the steps to complete. Some students prefer to print these out and check them off. I've also seen students, as they complete a task, maybe they highlight it and they use strike through. It's entirely at your discretion how you go about doing that. So once I'm done manipulating this file and completing all the instructions, I will save it. And then I'm ready to submit it for grading. So I'll come out here. I'm going to click this. I'm going to go to where I saved the file, which is right here. I'm going to upload it. And this is a point that kind of confuses students sometimes. Some of these interfaces where it asks you to drag and drop a file, after you upload it, that file will appear right here. That doesn't do that here, but you can see down below, it shows that I uploaded the file with the right date and time. So once I'm ready, I'm going to submit this. And you can see what happened was Cengage submitted it. It said, okay, we've got it. And now I can actually pull down a grade report and see how I did. Now, since I didn't complete any of the tasks, I got 0 out of 20, but I wanted to show you what this grade report looks like. It will tell you for each individual step what you did wrong and how to go correct it. So for each assignment, you could have multiple attempts, and this is a great way to go back and complete that work and recapture some of those points. So I hope this provided a little bit of value on how to get started within the class. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'll be happy to help.